Can they really get away with it, or do they eventually face the consequences of their actions? This series of cases explores some daring and reckless attempts by individuals who try to evade law enforcement. Well, to know the best ones, you have to stay tuned till the end. On the evening of September 19th, 2022, 31-year-old Rayshaun Swagerty Owens sat alone on a bench in Longview, Texas, mourning the recent loss of his friend Celeste Williams, who had tragically died in a car accident. In a quiet personal vigil, he lit candles to honor her memory, reflecting on their friendship and the sudden void her passing had left in his life. The park, usually a place of solace and reflection, became a focal point of unexpected tension and confrontation.
It's called reckless burning. If you want to go that route, we can go ahead and push that route. Reckless burning, when you're burning something outside of an authorized area.
Wait a minute. Did he just say reckless burning for a couple small candles that are also burning on the non-flammable pavement?
Do you really want to go that route? Do you really want to go that route? The light is for my safety. I don't know who you are. I don't know if you're a criminal who's going to try to pull a gun out on me or a knife or anything like that. That's what the light's for, okay? That's what they're there for. That's why they're put on patrol vehicles. What's your name?
My name is Rayshaun.
What's that?
1 second. I usually call you supervisor. And if this is bothering you, I'll put it out for you.
I'd appreciate that. That's what my contact. I was just going to ask you nicely to do that, but since you want to be a smartass and ask me what does it look like and talk to me like I'm dumb, I'm obviously going to push the other route. If that's really how you want to go with this.
Would you like me to put that out? If that's bothering you, want me to put it out?
I'm telling you.
Okay, I'll put it out.
We're going to have to put it out, but let me get your ID.
At approximately 4:10 p.m., Officer David Mora of the Longview Police Department noticed Rayshaun and decided to investigate. Officer Mora approached Rayshaun, his patrol car's lights glaringly bright, illuminating the somber setting of the vigil. This intrusion marked the beginning of a tense exchange. Officer Mora, adhering strictly to protocol, saw the candles and immediately perceived a potential violation of the city's regulations, specifically reckless burning. Despite the fact that the candles posed no threat, caused no damage, and were contained in a manner befitting a respectful memorial, the officer insisted on asserting his authority. Rayshaun, already in a state of emotional distress due to his friend's recent death, found the officer's approach intrusive and unnecessary. His initial reaction was one of frustration and disbelief. Why was he being questioned for something as benign as lighting candles in memory of a friend? The officer's insistence on identifying him and the suggestion that he was engaging in illegal activity only intensified Rayshaun's irritation. He felt targeted and misunderstood, particularly because he was simply paying his respects in a quiet and dignified manner. As the interaction continued, Rayshaun's frustration grew. He repeatedly asserted that he was doing nothing wrong, that he was simply sitting on a bench, minding his own business and mourning his friend. He explained that his house was nearby, that he paid taxes like any other law-abiding citizen, and that he had a right to be in the park. However, Officer Mora remained adamant about his need to identify Rayshaun, citing safety concerns and potential violations. The situation became more complicated as Rayshaun and Officer Mora's interaction drew onlookers' attention. The park, usually a place of tranquility, was now the backdrop of a confrontation that highlighted the often strained relationship between law enforcement and community members. Rayshaun felt that the officer's approach was not only necessary, but also disrespectful to the memory of his friend. The demand for identification and the officer's refusal to turn off the glaring lights added to the sense of injustice and harassment that Rayshaun experienced. Amidst this escalating tension, a second police officer arrived. Unlike Officer Mora, this officer approached the situation with a more understanding and empathetic demeanor. Recognizing the context of the candles and the vigil, the second officer expressed condolences and sympathy for Rayshaun's loss. This shift in approach helped to diffuse the situation to some extent, highlighting the importance of empathy and understanding in policing. The second officer did not insist on seeing Rayshaun's ID, recognizing that there was no real threat or violation taking place. Despite this initial tension caused by Officer Mora's approach had already left a significant impact on Rayshaun. He remained frustrated and upset, feeling that the officer's actions were unnecessary as an intrusion into his personal moment of grief. The second officer's empathy contrasted sharply with Officer Mora's rigid adherence to protocol, demonstrating the profound difference that a compassionate approach can make in such interactions. Ultimately, Rayshaun was neither arrested nor cited for any violations. The officers left the scene with the second officer offering apologies and condolences. However, the incident did not go unnoticed within the police department. Officer Mora was reportedly disciplined for his handling of the situation, although he remained employed. This incident highlighted the ongoing challenges and complexities in interactions between law enforcement and community members, particularly in moments of personal grief and vulnerability. Our next case takes us to Park City, Utah, where a conversation with the police turned into a violent arrest. On September 29, 2019, 2 officers visited Michael Franchek's home in Park Meadows to respond to a call about a verbal dispute between neighbors.
Go and learn the law.
I already know the law.
No, you don't.
Please don't talk to me, so get out of my way. Okay.
This is my case.
It's your
So I'll
case?
talk to you as much as I want.
Okay, well, I'm not going to respond to you.
You don't have to respond to
Okay.
me, but I can talk to you.
Have a good day.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm more willing to talk to you, but I'm not going to play the stupid games. Okay?
You kind of are.
Okay, we're done.
Okay.
The situation escalated quickly after they knocked on his front door. When the officers arrived, Michael answered the door. They identified themselves and asked about a recent incident, but Michael claimed not to know what they were talking about. The officers asked him to step outside, and when he refused, they forcefully entered his home and restrained him.
How are you, Jim?
Okay.
And your name, please?
Sure.
Sorry? Badge number?
What's that?
Badge number,
Okay.
please?
Let's go ahead and talk about the incident that you had out here a few minutes ago.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Just step down here for me.
No, thank you.
Yeah. No.
During the struggle, Michael called for his 15-year-old son, Jack, to start recording the encounter. Jack came downstairs and recorded the police pinning his father down and eventually tasing him. Michael kept insisting that he was cooperating, that the officers were violating his rights by entering his home without a warrant. The video captured by Jack quickly went viral on social media, showing the officers' rough handling of Michael in their attempts to prevent Jack from recording.
This is unbelievable.
No, I know.
This is
They walked in the house
unbelievable.
without a search warrant.
This is unbelievable. It's all on film. Get my camera.
It's on my phone,
It's
too.
on my phone. The whole thing is on film. The whole thing is on film. Jack, follow me and record. Follow me and record.
Give us space.
I'm not...
Give us space.
Okay. What's your
us
space? What's your space?
Jack, record the whole film. Hey, don't twist the handcuffs.
Downey, do not let him in my house!
What?
Close my door! Close it!
At this point, the body cam is muted for an extended period of time.
You saw that. You saw the whole thing, and it's all been recorded.
It is.
I didn't resist.
I know.
I didn't do it. You know. See, he acknowledged that I didn't resist, Jack.
Yeah, I have it on video.
I didn't resist.
But we asked you to stop, right?
I didn't do anything against your instructions. This guy came into my house without a warrant, without any probable cause.
Let me just talk for a second.
I said I don't know anything, and he tackled me in my house.
He told you to stop, right?
He did not.
Despite Michael's protests and his assertion that he had not resisted, the officers continued to restrain him and placed him under arrest. As Michael was being arrested, Jack tried to understand why the officers were there and what charges his father was facing. The officers were uncooperative and dismissive, refusing to explain the situation clearly.
You're gonna arrest
Situation.
him?
No, I'm not going to arrest
Okay,
you.
then calm down. Then just what? What?
Well, you want me to talk to you?
He recorded the whole thing. This guy
Hey,
is out of
listen to me.
control.
Okay.
What's your badge? What's your name?
Step back.
I'm not.
He
I'm
just
on my
touched me.
property.
You can record all you want, but
Another
you're
one,
stepping back
another
right
one.
now.
This guy,
Back.
Hey, don't
Back.
touch me. Stop harassing me.
We're just trying to.
I'm videoing this. You please get out of my personal space.
No.
Yes.
You're not gonna
Get out
interfere
of my
with what we're
personal
doing.
space. This is my property. Please
You're
get
not
out of my
gonna interfere with an arrest.
I'm chill. I've been chill.
You can record all you want, but you're not gonna get close to what they're
I'm on
doing.
my property. Move out of my personal space.
I'm gonna stand right
This
here.
is my personal square. Please move.
I'm gonna stand right here.
Please move. You're in my personal space.
What's your name?
Yeah, I do not need to give you that.
Yeah, you do.
For what reason?
Because you're
I
involved
know.
in this.
I'm involved with this. Yes, but this guy threatened me and called the cops on you. And what's your badge number?
What's your name?
What's your badge number? Badge number. That says name.
3K12.
Okay.
Now, what's your name?
I'm not making any statements.
You're not making any statements?
Nope.
Okay, I have the right to identify you. You understand that, right?
Then you can search up my face and you can search up my record.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, you're gonna sit tight for a minute. You're not going
Okay.
anywhere.
I can go in my house if I
No,
want.
you
Am I
can't.
detained?
You're detained.
For what reason? For what? That guy
going
threatening me? Why isn't that guy going to jail? That guy threatened to beat me in his ass. So why aren't you guys arresting him?
That's not the
Why aren't you
information I
tackling? Yeah. He can just lie.
Jack, step back and keep recording.
I'm literally in my space and this guy's just touching me.
I didn't touch you at all.
I have it on video.
I've been recording this whole time, buddy.
Okay.
They claimed they were investigating a dispute between neighbors involving Jack's gas-powered bicycle, which one neighbor had claimed was illegal. Jack argued that the bicycle was legal and that he had a permit for it. The officers told Jack to step back and threatened to detain him if he interfered. They also attempted to enter the house again, which led to further tension and threats. Throughout the ordeal, Jack remained firm, insisting on his right to record and questioning the officer's actions.
Right now, you're under arrest for resisting.
Well, I already know your name's Jack, and I'll get your last name in a minute.
Cool.
Nothing.
You're fine.
Nothing.
You're fine.
Nothing.
You're fine.
This guy is just ridiculous. You violate my Fourth Amendment rights. I'm filing complaints against you.
Step back. Do not step forward. What did I just tell you?
Please get out of my space.
I do not have to. You cannot interfere with what we're doing.
I'm not interfering when I'm on my property.
Don't step towards the car.
I'm not. Then move out of my way.
You did step towards the car. I told you not to.
He tried to run from us.
What's your name?
Officer Ware.
Okay, and what's your name?
We're doing over this, Officer Proctor.
Okay, I didn't go over it. Don't. You can't. Hey! I have 3 cops on me and I'm 15 years old. Because you guys intruded my house.
So you were the one driving up and down the street on the motorcycle?
I was on my gas bicycle.
Okay, that's a gas-powered vehicle. You have to have a driver's license.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Not when it's 50cc and you have a permit for it.
After handcuffing Michael and putting him in their squad car, the officers finally discussed their reasons for being there. They mentioned that a witness had reported seeing Michael with a gun tucked in his waistband, which justified their forced entry. However, they did not find a gun and refused to discuss the matter further with Jack.
I'm staying next to my car, so I'm gonna go talk to over here. Can I go around him?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Please don't walk up behind me, okay?
I asked him.
Okay.
Did they threaten to beat? Did he threaten to beat us up or anything?
Yes.
Okay. What did he say?
He goes, that bike is illegal. I said, no, it's not. It's a 50cc bicycle, and I have a permit for it.
Okay.
And he said, get out of the way. He was on his little road bike. He said, get out of the way or I'm going to beat your ass. So if you guys want to believe him, and we have 2 witnesses, he has 0.
Okay, calm down.
Just calm down.
No, I'm pissed off because you guys just came in our house.
Okay. But we tried to come here to ask a question and figure out what's going on because what we got told is a gun was involved in this incident. So we're going to take this a little more serious.
No gun was involved, not at all. I don't know why you have to.
We don't know that when we
don't know that.
I know.
That's what I'm saying.
I understand that. Yes, I totally understand that, but you can't just tackle him.
But when he's told to stop, he has to stop. That's a lawful command by an officer.
We can get physical.
Okay?
But you can't just come in the house without
We have to control this situation.
Do you have a search warrant?
We don't need a
We don't
search
need
warrant.
Yes, you do.
You might want to go to school and learn the law.
I already know the law.
No, you don't.
Okay.
Okay.
We're not going to argue.
Okay, please don't talk to me,
Okay.
so get out of my way. Okay.
This is my case.
It's your
So I'll
case?
talk to you as much as I want.
Okay, well, I'm not going to respond to you.
You don't have to respond to me, but I can talk to you.
Have a good day.
Michael Franchik was booked into the Summit County Jail and charged with several offenses, including failure to stop at the command of a law enforcement officer, disorderly conduct, refusal to comply with a police order, and failure to disclose his identity.
Leave our independent witness, and given their demeanor, the question is, I want to talk to him to see if there's any threat with the gun, but he would have mentioned that, I'll bet.
She said she didn't see it until he was walking back over here.
But he said he saw it too?
Oh,
Or no?
No.
Okay.
So she didn't say anything about it, and I didn't want to suggest it. I just wanted, what did you see? And that's what he told me, and that's
So
what
he
she
didn't
told me.
mention that?
No, he didn't.
Okay. Well, if he didn't threaten anyone with it, there's no... I don't
No,
think
it was
there's
just a
any sense of
concern for
trying
me.
to- Oh, no. Absolutely. But I don't think there's any reason to try writing a warrant to get in the house.
No.
We'll identify him through him. I'll just do TLO or whatever.
Okay.
And then the friend, I've got his information. Their statements, I couldn't care less because they're not being cooperative.
I'll just refer to the juvenile courts. If they want to screen it for charges, great. And if they
For
don't,
rallying the motorcycles or whatever.
yeah.
Alright.
I mean, I doubt that goes anywhere, but, to be honest, all I would have done is talk to everybody, and it's a he said, she said. I would have written it up and said, here's the report.
That works.
And then he does this garbage. So I'm going to arrest him for failure to obey a lawful command, resisting, disorderly.
Yeah, disorders, that's good because it got her attention too.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, let's bring him to the end of the street. We'll keep these 2 here, and then I'll question him, and then medical can check him out.
Okay.
Michael later filed a complaint alleging that he and his son were threatened, assaulted, and deprived of their constitutional rights.
So, told you get out of the way, or he's going
Let's take him to the
to kick
end
your
of
ass,
the
beat
street.
your ass, whatever it was.
Yes.
Then what
Beat my
happened?
ass. And I rode my bicycle back here. He ran back with me. I closed the garage and I told my dad.
Okay.
My dad was like, "Who is this? If anything goes farther, I'm gonna have to call the police." He walks outside to see where the guy is.
Your dad?
Mhm.
Okay.
And the guy comes out and he steps and he for instance, he walks and he goes like this. He walks right here in front of his face.
So right here or
Like
down there?
no, right down there,
Okay.
at the corner where you guys were parked down there.
Okay.
And he walks up right to his face like this, and he said, "Step back," because you're violating his personal space, one, and two, if he steps one more close or he touches him, he has the right to defend himself. And that is easily the right to defend himself. So there's no reason why he says a gun is involved.
It wasn't him that said it. He doesn't even know about this. This was a completely other parties that were watching the whole thing happen.
There was no gun involved.
There was no gun involved.
Okay. Well, I'm just telling you what we were told, and it was tucked in his back waistband/pocket, and they seen it as he was walking away. So I'm just telling you, we can only go off the information we're provided.
I understand that.
Okay. So.
But we have two witnesses that were literally on site, and we're telling you the truth, and he's telling you the truth.
Okay.
So.
But no one's talked to us yet, and that's where we're trying to get to.
I understand that.
Okay. All right. So that's what. So, and then what happened after that point? After separated or?
We walked back inside, and yeah.
Okay.
And now you guys are here, coming in the house, and I don't know why he's detained. I don't know why he's getting arrested.
He claimed his arrest was unlawful and that the officers had no right to enter his home without a warrant. On October 15, 2022 in Wisconsin, Larry Baldwin Jr., a 27-year-old man with a history of legal troubles, caught the attention of the police. Larry's driving privileges had been suspended, and he was under strict orders not to visit any bars or taverns due to previous run-ins with the law. Despite these conditions, the police noticed him operating a vehicle right in front of a bar. The moment Larry realized he had been spotted, he took off in his car, initiating a tense situation for the officers on duty. An officer attempted to pull Larry over, but he managed to escape. Given the potential risk to public safety, the officers decided not to pursue him at high speeds. Just 4 days later, Larry was found once again by the police. This time his behavior was just as uncooperative as before. An officer tried to stop him, but Larry fled once more, showing a complete disregard for the law and the officers' efforts to detain him. The pattern continued another 4 days later when the officers responded to a disturbance call at the bar. Upon arriving, they encountered Larry yet again. True to form, he tried to run away, but this time he was on foot. The officers approached him, attempting to detain him and question him about the disturbance. Larry denied any involvement, insisting he wasn't causing trouble. The situation quickly escalated. Larry resisted the officers' attempts to detain him, leading to a foot chase. Despite being tased and tripped multiple times during the pursuit, Larry managed to evade capture and made it back into his car, driving away once more.
He's leaving out the alley on 7.
Good call, though. We just missed him. He didn't see us at all.
No.
I knew there's no reason to go pull the car door, so what I do, jump in the car and...
Yeah. Another felony fleeing.
Yep.
During the chaos, a crowd gathered, and someone from the crowd yelled at the officers, accusing them of targeting Larry unfairly. The officers tried to explain the situation, but emotions were running high, and the scene became increasingly tense. Larry didn't get far with his car this time, though. Moments after fleeing the bar, he crashed the vehicle. Witnesses in the area heard the crash and saw the aftermath. They described how Larry, wearing a white shirt, had attempted to drive away but ended up colliding with a pole. After the crash, he abandoned the vehicle and ran off on foot again.
What for?
I don't know. Ask the guy who's recording me for no reason.
No. You're standing out in public.
For what though? What are you walking towards him for?
Videos.
Officer Graves. Why are you walking towards him? Like I'm the one who was talking, not them.
I'm not Officer Graves.
Witnesses provided valuable information to the police, but despite their efforts, Larry managed to escape capture once more. He remained on the run for nearly a month. During this time, the police continued their search, gathering evidence and information about his whereabouts. Finally, almost a month later, Larry's luck ran out. He was apprehended by the Wisconsin State Patrol in another county and was transported back to La Crosse County Jail. His multiple escapes and reckless behavior had finally caught up with him.
Come here. Stop, you're gonna get tased. Get on the ground. Get tased. Hey. Oh. Get on the ground now. Stop now. Just means running off the 5th, white shirt, black pants. Stop. Stop, Blair.
Stop!
Case, come on, dude.
Stop!
Hey, dude, stop.
He has nothing to do with the situation. Why are you guys targeting him? Can you answer that for me comfortably? Can any of you answer that? Why are you targeting him? No. He does not have. You guys have solved that. He has no warrants. He has nothing. Why the are you guys attacking him? I'm the reason you guys got called because he was recording me.
He has
okay, nothing to do with that. What the is wrong with you guys? You need to be quiet or you're gonna go to jail. Arrest me, please. Because what the is that? I'm just saying. What the yo?
Sounds like he had warrants.
He didn't though.
Well, we have felony charges.
For what?
I don't know.
Multiple incidents.
For what? Can you guys list any felony charges before you attack another
Felony
person?
flee and second-degree reckless.
Okay, now it is.
Safety.
No, answer what? Can you? Okay, please. I'm not trying to be a psycho. I'm just saying. Can you guys please tell me why you attacked that male? Out of all the situation, you guys come here and you attack him for what?
We're not going to talk to you.
You're not? For what?
75 status.
You're not going to talk to me? Why? How can you not answer that?
We have charges on him.
You guys literally got called because that guy was recording me. Are you guys
People can record in public. People record us all the time.
Okay,
It's not a crime to
you call
record.
the cops and you attack him. For what? That is wrong. Right there.
Everyone else here in this neighborhood, or just him?
The one that's
Just him? Are you looking for anyone else besides him?
wrong.
Okay. Do we need to talk to Bill or no?
I haven't talked to him yet.
That is sad.
You gotta call him. Guess he got away this time. I don't know what her problem is.
I just pulled up.
Listen, man, because you got people talking right here.
Yeah.
Dude started saying this.
Yep. We heard that's why we were here. Is he was recording, so she called us.
Recording people. Recording.
Yep.
That's one. That's a violation.
35 to see where you went.
It's not though.
But at the same time, you're violating somebody's privacy. Recording.
But you're out in a public space.
Yeah.
There's no law against it. There's no law against it.
I understand that.
We couldn't do anything about it, but we could just tell him to stop.
When they asked him to stop, kept on.
Because she was screaming. It's her own fault.
First it was like this, normal.
I mean, she's taking something that wasn't a big deal, turning it into a huge deal. So. But Larry's got a bunch of charges, so that officer tried to arrest him.
Larry Baldwin Jr. faced a slew of charges following his arrest. These included 3 counts of vehicle fleeing and eluding an officer, 2 counts of second-degree recklessly endangering safety, resisting and obstructing an officer, and 3 counts of bail jumping. If found guilty, Larry could face up to 30 years in prison and $445,000 in fines. Throughout the series of events, Larry's actions consistently demonstrated a blatant disregard for the law and public safety. His repeated attempts to flee from the police not only put his own life at risk, but also endangered the lives of the officers and the public.
Without charge, prior to any questioning, if you decide to answer questions at this time, you can stop at any time during the questioning. Do you understand these rights if I read them to you? Yes? I need a verbal yes, man.
Wait.
Do you understand these rights if I read them to you?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Having those rights in mind, you wish to answer any questions I may have for you at this time?
This is an investigation?
Yes. So I need a yes or no on that last question. Having these rights in mind, are you willing to answer any questions I have right now? This is regarding an investigation with you taken off from some of our officers.
That's not an investigation. Come on, we talk, man. Put that piece of paper. Talk. What's up?
Okay. Well, having these rights in mind, are you willing to answer any questions I have at this point?
Man, look, I know my law, all that. Who did you guys think I ran her from? It's just like fleeing. Like what? Like what do you guys want from me, bro? Okay. Why do you guys?
All right. So right now, it sounds like based on the initial reports, taken off from our officers 3 times that they've tried to talk with you. So
how do you guys know it's me?
And pretty recklessly because multiple officers were able to identify you.
How?
Because they saw you. So.
All of these charges, what were you guys' probable cause for trying to come up to the person you saying that's me? What? Like, why? What are you got? Like, for real? You like, it's like since I moved back out here, I'm not stupid. I know me and my dad, I dealt with my dad. I don't sell drugs. Y'all don't have to follow me. You too. I didn't seem to like, why do y'all bother me, bro? Y'all don't have no drugs. Y'all try to get any little thing just because y'all couldn't get my dad. Don't look at me like that. Answer, like talk. You asking me questions. I should be able to ask you. You're a public servant. You're an agent, officer. Why y'all keep harassing me?
The officers involved in the multiple pursuits had to make quick decisions to balance the need to apprehend Larry with the imperative to protect others from harm. The community in Wisconsin was undoubtedly affected by the high-profile nature of Larry's escapes and eventual capture. The police department likely faced scrutiny and pressure to ensure that such incidents would be handled more effectively in the future. These events highlighted the ongoing challenges that law enforcement officers face daily, particularly when dealing with individuals who repeatedly break the law and resist arrest. The legal proceedings against Larry Baldwin Jr. would eventually unfold in court, where the evidence against him would be presented. The multiple charges he faced were serious, reflecting the gravity of his actions over the course of that tumultuous month. The court would have to consider not only the specifics of each incident, but also the broader pattern of behavior that Larry exhibited. In Southfield, Michigan, on February 19, 2022, a police officer tracked down a stolen Chrysler 300 to an apartment complex on Franklin River Drive. The car, driven by two unidentified suspects, was followed by the officer into a parking lot. Once the suspects noticed the police presence, they immediately fled the scene, initiating a pursuit that would escalate dramatically.
Well, this chase happened Saturday, but the tire marks in the grass are still here after Southfield police took out their own car to end the chase. It took multiple officers holding down and tasing 27-year-old Charleston Williams to finally get the handcuffs on. This wild arrest, the result of a massive chase that started nearly 3 miles away at the Franklin River Apartments.
Law enforcement agencies across Southeast Michigan, we're all experiencing the same issue. Individuals stealing cars, auto parts.
As the suspects tried to escape, the officer closely followed, noting over the radio that the Chrysler's rear bumper was coming off and that the vehicle seemed to be struggling with traction in the snowy conditions. The tension and danger of the pursuit were palpable as the officer relayed vital information about the suspect's actions and the condition of the stolen car. In a startling turn of events, one of the suspects managed to exit the Chrysler and approach the police vehicle.
The officer didn't know how many people were in the car. As he goes after the suspect getting out the passenger door, Williams opens the driver's side door and gets in the police car. From there, a fight for the wheel. The officer smashing the window to grab Williams. The struggle continues for 30 seconds until Williams takes off.
Arresting these suspects is not easy. They're very aggressive and they have no regard for community safety or officer safety.
Despite the officer's repeated commands to stop, the suspect seized the opportunity and stole the patrol car. This unexpected development escalated the situation further, with the officer urgently reporting that his police vehicle had been taken. The suspect, now driving the stolen patrol car, continued his reckless attempt to escape. The pursuit became even more chaotic as the suspect used the police vehicle to ram other cars and evade the officers chasing him. Throughout this ordeal, the officer and his colleagues coordinated their efforts over the radio, calling for additional units to assist in the apprehension of the suspects. After a tense and dangerous chase, the suspect driving the stolen patrol car was finally cornered. The officers ordered him out of the vehicle, but he initially refused to comply.
Point out, Williams has access to a police rifle in the front seat. However, besides injuries from the airbag, police say Williams wasn't seriously hurt. He's now in jail, facing 9 felonies.
As the suspects awaited trial, the legal process would seek to address the numerous charges against them. These included possession of a stolen vehicle, assaulting a police officer, theft of a police vehicle, damage to police property, and resisting arrest, among others. The outcome of their cases would be closely watched given the severity and range of their offenses. In the aftermath of the incident, the Southfield Police Department likely reviewed the events to identify any areas for improvement in their pursuit and apprehension protocols. So which of these cases blew your mind? Do let us know in the comments section below. And for more such amazing videos, please do subscribe to our channel.